BigBear.AI is up 2.46% this week, 13% on the month and 30% in the last 3 months. So this stock is trending up, and based on the price chart, it does look bullish and it does look as if it wants to move higher. So in this video, I'm going to look at a price analysis for BigBear and offer my thoughts on whether you should look at this stock for a medium-term buy and hold. Let's take a look. Now, if you find value in my analysis of BigBear stock today or other stocks on my channel, you may also find value in my trading tips newsletter. If you subscribe, I'll send you trading tips via email that'll help you make more profits trading stocks. I'll leave a link in the description below. Check it out. So BigBear.AI is a hot stock right now, and looking at this monthly chart of the stock, it does look as if it is trending upwards and it wants to move higher. So you can see right now the price is trending around about $4, and it looks as if it does want to move higher into this zone up here for a bullish scenario. But we have to think about risk. It is a speculative stock right now. It hasn't turned a profit yet. It doesn't pay a dividend. So it is high growth potential, but also high risk. And of course, price might fall away into this zone down here. So I'm going to offer 3 scenarios in this video: the bull case, a neutral case, and also a bear case. You can see at the moment, based on the stats on the right here, whether you look at the week, the month, the last 3 months, or the last 6 months, BigBear is looking bullish and the price is moving up. The technicals indicate a buy based on the price chart, and also based on various analyst ratings, they're also indicating a buy. So this stock is definitely worth a look for a higher risk stock investment, perhaps for the short to medium term. Now you can see on screen, I'm looking at the monthly chart. So this price prediction is going to look at more long term, over the next 12 months, or where BigBear might get to in the next 1 year. So the first thing I want to do is mark up some key price levels based on the monthly data. So first up, you can see I've already marked up this all-time high for BigBear, which is around about $16. And that was created back in the peak in April 2022. Underneath that level, you can see the original listing price for BigBear was $10. And you can see it listed back here in April 2021. So let's mark up that level of $10. And you can see that price did come back up to test $10 when BigBear created this price peak this year, February 2025. So clearly that $10 level is offering some level of resistance. Now, underneath that level, we've got this price peak of $6.75, and that was created in February 2023. Underneath that level, we've got the peak created back in March 24, and this was around about $4.77. Underneath that, we've got the most recent price trough created in April this year, so 2 months ago, and that's around $2.35. Underneath $2.35, we've got this price level here of $1.16. So you can see that BigBear traded down into this level. It got close in June 24 and hit that level in September 2024. It also came close to that level in October and November 2023. So it's clear that this level here, around about $1.16, is a key support level for BigBear. And the last level I want to mark up on the monthly chart is 57 cents. And you can see I've already marked that up here. It corresponds to that significant price trough back in December 2022. So based on these key price levels on the monthly chart, we can see at the moment BigBear is trading above this level of 237 and underneath this key level of 477. It's currently around about $4. You can see the close was around $4 based on the June price action. Obviously, we do have a couple of weeks left for the month. Now, based on these 2 significant price troughs, the first in December 22, around 57 cents, and the second one created in August 2024, around $1.17, we've got these two significant price troughs, and I've used these troughs to add a trend line to provide a visual marker and that the stock is overall trending up over the last 2 years. And since this significant trough here back in August 2024, Big Bear did pull away from this trend line. It moved up and created this price spike around about $10 in February this year. Since that time, it has fallen away. Since the price peak of $10 created in February this year, Big Bear has fallen significantly into this price level of 237, and that was around a 75% loss. Since that time, however, it does look as if this level is offering support for Big Bear, and now it's moving back up. So this month here, April, looked bullish, and then May was also a bullish month. Now June, we're obviously halfway through. It does look as if the June month bar, there is some investor indecision. We can see the open was around about $4, and right now it does look as if it's closing just under $4 with a high of $4.40 and a low of $3.60. And this looks as if it's going to be an inside bar for June at the moment. And as we know, an inside bar does represent indecision. So there's no clear direction yet whether for June price is going to break higher or break lower. It might just trade inside the range of the May bar. And it's possible over the next 6 to 12 months, if there's no conviction between the buyers and the sellers, price may end up trading sideways between these two key levels of 230 and 470. And so price might come down, and so we might see price trade down to this level and then back up to test once again. And over the next 12 months, it's possible that price might bounce between these two key levels, but it might stay above the trend line, essentially still maintaining an overall upwards trend, but moving up gradually. So based on an overall neutral outlook for Big Bear, in the next 12 months, price may only move up and challenge that level of 486. Now, for my more bearish scenario, we might find that Big Bear gets rejected at this level of 477, and essentially from there gets pushed back down to this level of support of 230, perhaps corresponding to the trend line. And then we might get a brief rally, halfway up before price gets sold off and the trend line gets broken, ending up with price trading down to around about 150. It might have a rally once again and then get sold off to find support around about $1.17. So this scenario is possible for Big Bear. Don't forget, this is a smaller cap stock. It is a speculative stock at the moment. It's not making a profit. It doesn't offer a dividend. So traders and investors looking at Big Bear, they are speculating. There's no guarantee that this company can grow, it can maintain its growth, and it can reach profitability. Any fluctuation in its profits and perhaps government contracts can provide a catalyst to move the price high quickly, but in contrast, it can also move the price low quickly if investors get scared and they sell off. So this is the risk to the downside for Big Bear. And if you consider Big Bear's fundamentals and not look at the chart, then that price action to the downside is definitely possible. However, if you look at the technicals purely on the price action of the chart, it does look bullish at the moment. It does look as if there's more buying interest than selling interest, and price wants to move higher. So for my more bullish scenario over the next 12 months, we might see price action like this. Price from this trough here is going to move up to challenge 475. It might pull back with some selling pressure and fall into this level here around about 370. And from 370, the next leg up would break through this level of 479 and then come up to challenge this level here of 672. And long term, perhaps over the next 12 months, there could be a brief counter trend back down before it moves up and challenges $10. So this scenario for the bull side is definitely possible also. And I think based on the price action right now, it does look as if this scenario is more likely, but it does need buyers to come in and start buying up this stock and outmuscle the sellers. Right now, looking at June's price action on the month, we've got an inside bar, so there is indecision between the buyers and the sellers. I think for a bullish marker that this price is going to move up, I want to see the June bar close above this level here of 473. Now, with 2 weeks to go, this might not happen. So you may want to wait before entering this stock for a speculative position. I think perhaps in July, if we get a strong green bar and the July price action closes above this key level of 477 for the entire month, this would be a good entry trigger to give you confidence that the buyers are in control. They've bought up the stock for the entire month of July. They've outmuscled the sellers. They're in control. And it looks as if price is going to move up towards this level and perhaps long term over the next 12 months, move higher and challenge this key level of $10. So effectively for the bull case scenario, if you were to enter during July around about $4.80 to $5, then you would have a potential upside of 100% over the next 12 months if Big Bear can trade up to that $10 marker. So overall, BigBear.AI is looking bullish. I do think the probability is that it's going to move up higher, but we need to see that July bar, potentially June bar, but probably more July, to close above that key level of 477. That's going to give you confidence that the buyers are in control and they want to go higher. On the flip side, the risk to this is that it could move lower. Remember, the fundamentals still are looking weak. This company is not in profit. So there could be a catalyst either way where the price could be sold off based on perhaps a loss of a government contract. That's something to consider if you're looking at fundamentals long term. But I think short to medium term, the next 12 months, the technicals, the chart, the technicals do show that Big Bear looks as if it wants to move higher. So keep this on your watch list as a possible short to medium term opportunity. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish on Big Bear? Do you have a position? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.